Hi, my name is Tom. Welcome to Living Through Limits. Today we're going to pull up a toilet and see if there's something stuck in it. For about the last 2 weeks, we had to keep plunging this toilet. This is a low flow toilet anyhow in the good old state I live in. They've gone down to 1.2 something gallons per flush, and they don't work with a hoot anyhow. And when it has something blocking it or something like that, it creates a lot of problems. So I want to walk you through how to pull a toilet. I've mentioned before I was a plumber for like 25 years. Now I'm a very slow plumber. And so what you want to do first is shut off your water. Well, first thing I want to do is I want to take this tank lid off. You don't want to drop these. They're really hard to find when just separate from the toilet. This toilet is not that old. It was, usually there's a date stamped in it, but you know what? I don't see. October 12th, 16 it was made. I think it sat for a little while. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna try to get down here. I want to kind of show you what I gotta use. I got a pair of gloves, which I'm gonna put on right now. Almost forgot to do this. Okay, the other thing you need to have is a wrench, and usually a 7/16 wrench will work. Once in a while you find one that has a 1/2 inch head on the nut, but not normally. I have a little putty knife, scraper, whatever. A wax ring. I like to get them with the flange because it helps kind of direct things. Some people use those reusable rings. I don't like them. I like to lay a towel down, and right before I put the other towel down, I'll put another towel down, because I'm going to have to lay the toilet over to see if there's something stuck in there. So what we're going to do first, we're going to shut the water off, which the water is on this side. I've got some rags. It's going to get sometimes if you have enough room, you can put a little something to collect the water. I don't really have a lot of room, so I just set a towel down here. Turn the water off. Make sure there's nothing to surprise you in here. We flushed the toilet. Oh, and it actually went down. It's been backing up. Okay, if you look right here too, it tells you what the gallons per flush. 1.28. They're horrible. You can get something that's not this. This is usually a 2 to 3 flush toilet, which you end up using a lot more than that. So what I'm going to do now, toilet needs to be kind of clean. I'm going to plunge out whatever water I can. The thing I've found over the years of having to do a lot of toilets is I use my shop vac and suck the remainder out. I've removed the paper filter from inside the shop vac, and we'll hook it up. We'll suck the water out of the bowl and out of the tank, and then we'll pull the toilet up. We'll set the toilet down on the floor, take any wax ring that's left on there, we'll get that scraped off, and then we're gonna look and see if we can find, I don't know, granddaughters use this, could be a toy, could be something that fell from the back of the toilet. That's why I always say don't put stuff on the back of the toilet, but people don't listen to me. With no water in here, there's still, I don't know if this one, oh yeah, that shows, if you can see down here, this is how the pipe coming out of the toilet is. Now, something could be stuck here, I don't think it's stuck here because I don't see anything. And there's a real sharp bend right down here that it could be stuck, or this sharp bend. So unless we take the toilet up, we won't know. We may even have to turn it upside down. When I had my plumbing business, I would take these outside. But being that I can't lift things and put them very far, I'm going to do it all right here. And I usually just undo the supply line at the top where it connects into the toilet. A little bit of water will run down, not much. That's why I have this towel here, kind of drain the hose out. I'm gonna go ahead and set another towel up. Use old towels because if you get wax ring on them, it's really hard to clean up. Sometimes you can just use cardboard, whatever you can get on the floor. Always lift with your knees. So I usually just will rock the toilet back and forth. When I pick this up, I can see my wax ring stayed on the toilet ring. Okay. If you can start out, there's going to be a little bit of water in the tank, but we can use the shop vac to clean that up too. Kind of be real careful because you don't want to break the porcelain. My wife uses this natural cleaning spray, and it's got a good smell to it. It beats the smell of the inside of the toilet. The other thing we can look at too, I'm not seeing anything right here. Make sure whatever didn't roll out, and sometimes you do this, and if it's like a ball or something like that. I have found some unique kids toys. I found a pair of kids binoculars. I found dinosaurs. I got a call one time and at 2 different times and pulled out dentures. That was kind of gross. They were stuck horseshoe up right here. Looked like somebody was trying to bite you. Stuff I won't mention. And yeah, it was just interesting. I think I've got to go out and get a mirror and a flashlight, and hopefully that'll help me look up the toilet hole. And I might even grab my magic fingers. It's a little grabber thing. So I got my little grabber fingers. It's nice and flexible, so I should be able to get up there. But I couldn't find my regular flashlight. A friend of mine left this here. So I'm going to take this mirror and see what I can see up here. I can't really see anything. We'll take these. Kind of twist them around in there. There's also right here a hole that goes down, and it could be even something like my magic fingers could be getting stuck in that. Well, I don't feel anything or see anything on that side. Might be able to even look down the flapper and see if through that hole we can see something. Pull the flapper. No, that just has a diverter in it. Really hard to see on camera, but I'm going to try to send this up the other way. With all the plunging we've done on this thing, could have just really jammed it in here. Okay, this is a toilet snake. Usually you run them from the bowl down, but seeing that whatever's in there went from the bowl down, we're gonna run it from the bottom back up if we can. These holes are pretty small in this thing. So you gotta kind of twist it so it goes. Well, maybe it's not the toilet. Okay, so I'm gonna kind of move this out of the way. The other thing it could be is down in the drain. So I think what we'll do is get down here, turn my light back on, and I can see the drain. Well, let's get the, I can see too that this toilet's been leaking, so it was a good thing we pulled it up. The vent or something's not plugged up on this. Let's see if we can run the snake. And I don't see anything on there. So in this case, I really don't know what's going on. I'm going to take this and run water down this. I'm going to make a mess of my floor. Grab some more paper towels. At this point, we know the toilet's clear. We know the pipe through here is clear. So I'm going to have to go up and look and see if a rat built a nest or a squirrel or something, and see if maybe the vent. So what we'll do is we're going to reset this toilet just as if we fixed it all. Because basically for cleaning the toilet out or anything, that's what you do. So we're going to take some spray here. This is the side of the toilet against the wall. That makes it a little harder to clean out. I don't really like the way that paper towel is doing it. Okay, so now we're gonna reset the wax ring. What some people do, and it shows in videos and all kinds of things, is what some of them do is they'll take and they'll set the wax ring on the bottom of the toilet. I've never had, in all these years of doing this, I've never had good luck with doing that. So what I like to do, let me show you another little trick. You got trash here, right? Take your wax ring. You can even take your paper towel. Stick it in here. You don't have to touch your wax ring. Doesn't matter if it doesn't go all the way down in the box. If it does, great. Set it off to the side. Okay, it's got a little plastic. The warmer this wax ring gets, the stickier it gets. So in the dead of summer, these are real fun to put on. If you have a tile floor, sometimes people will take and not put spacers in it, so you could have a gap, and you can take and you can kind of form this wax ring up a little higher, so when you push it on, you get a better seal. Then I just take that, set it on here, check my bolts. They all look good. Like I said, be real careful of your back. I've got a back belt on. I have severe degenerative arthritis in my back And so I got to be really careful. So I've got my arm resting on my knee. And we can go right over here, kind of get it over the bolts. You can kind of feel. Push down, get it leveled up. I wanted to mention too, at this point too, I know my floor is flat, but if you have tile or something and some of those tiles stick up a little bit, you want to be really careful, because if you just start tightening on the toilet bolts, you could just break the edge of the toilet, this part. I've seen these crack and break other parts of the toilet because there's nothing supporting it, so you need to shim it or have somebody come in and replace those tiles and get them flat around there. Grab your wrench. You can kind of rock the toilet, doesn't move. Hook your water back up. Now on these water, sometimes you're going like brass to plastic, plastic to brass, plastic on plastic. You want to make sure that you're not cross-threading the nuts, because then you have to replace that whole supply line. And now what I like to do at this point is, so I can tell if I have any leaks, one, you want to make sure your line's not kinked like this one just was. You can, I held up, there's a float that shuts the water off right here. So what I like to do is hold that up, turn my water on, and check for leaks. It's a good time to check. And you could get a little poof from the air in the line. And you can hear that shut off. Check for leaks some more, nothing. Well, that's filling up. It's a good time to take and clean up a little bit. We'll do a thorough cleaning on this toilet. The video has nothing to do with cleaning toilets. One thing, we're cleaning this up with paper towels. Never ever flush paper towels down your toilet. It'll plug up. They're not designed to dissolve in water like toilet paper. But we're going to check the vent. It shows you kind of how to reset the toilet, check everything to make sure it's not the toilet. I want to thank you for watching this episode. So I wanted to give an update. We did some on the toilet. We did some more investigation, and I went up on the roof, which I probably shouldn't have done. Looked down the vent. Sometimes squirrels or whatever will pack it full of, like, pack the vent full of nuts or weeds or berries or whatever and make it so it doesn't vent. But that wasn't the problem. What we found was these low flow toilets, 1.2 gallon per flush toilets, don't have the little pressure hole at the bottom of the toilet to help blow things over the P-trap. So the water scale builds up inside the small diameter drain that goes, we showed in the video, how the drain goes up and back down. That was all scaled up, so I took some white vinegar, poured about a cup in the bowl, maybe a cup and a half, let it set for several hours, and the white vinegar ate away that scale, and the white vinegar is acidic, so it works like an acid, but it helped pull that scale off, and then that cleaned it out, and the toilets work perfectly fine. But it'll work just like there's something stuck in the toilet. So it's just a thing to do when you're working on your toilet. Investigate, see if there's something in there. The other thing that works, that the white vinegar really helps with, is cleaning that toilet bowl out from water scale and stuff like that. You can also dump it in the tank, the back of the toilet, and down the little overflow tube, because that's where the water goes. Helps clean out the little holes around the rim of the toilet. So I hope this is helpful. Thanks again for watching this video. Give it the thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment, please. I'd love to hear from people. Just remember that you too can live through your limits.